This is Anti-Water Privatization by Jack and Matt.
Alright, so what does privatization mean? To privatize water means to manage water resources based on principles of scarcity and profit maximization. This is not beneficial to many people because big companies are just bottling water for their own profit and are excluding many individuals who are not capable of purchasing water.
Private water companies own about 5% of water. This is a large amount of drinkable water that is being held for profit purposes only.
This means large companies like Dasani, Fiji, and Poland Spring are holding about 5% of all drinkable water and using it for their own profit purposes. Okay, so here is a political cartoon that me and my partner here, Jack, have created that clearly illustrates what is going on with today's water situation. Now, up here at the top left, we can see a man is throwing water into a machine. Now, what is happening with this is second world countries are only getting a medium amount of supply of water, while third world countries are getting next to nothing, and first world countries like America and Canada are getting all the profit as illustrated by this bag and the coins falling out of the machine. Now down here in the bottom left that we can see a man saying, "We do it for the money," which is scarily true because large water companies are bottling water and selling it for their own profit, not looking out for anybody but themselves. Alright, so before beginning talking about third world countries and everything like that, we will take a minute to look at this map right here. What it shows is first world countries like America, Canada, Australia, and some of the countries over here are doing most of the bottling and selling of water. Second world countries like Europe, China, and everything like that, India, they're not getting as much water, but they're also not selling it. Third world countries like Africa, South America, and even Mexico, they're not getting any water, nor are they selling it. Now what is happening is third world countries are being forced to abandon their public water delivery system, and this is so that they can become eligible for debt relief. So this means they are stopping giving water to people to possibly get debt relief. That means they are not guaranteed to receive it, they're just going in for eligibility. Alright, so with the debt relief on the other slide, this is because first world countries are causing them to stop their water supply so that they can come in and sell water to people who need it. Now this is because they only want to make a profit. They do not care if people get water, they are just offering to sell water to anybody that is willing to buy it to stay alive. So because countries are cutting off their water supply to families and individuals in need, they are then forced to purchase their water from major companies and industries. However, people who cannot afford water from these companies are then being left out to dry. Alright, so this is all about how bottled water companies are just in it for the money. So 90 billion liters of water are bottled and sold worldwide each year. This is 90 billion liters that is not being offered to anyone who cannot afford it. So in all the third world countries that have shut off their water supply, those individuals who cannot afford water are not receiving this water. That is 90 billion liters of water that can be offered worldwide to anybody who needs it instead of being sold. However, companies overlook this problem and continue going on selling their water, thinking nothing is wrong. We have come to the conclusion of our presentation here as to why privatization of water is bad, and this is because private water companies do not care about any third world country families who cannot afford water. They only care about how much money is going into their pocket at the end of the day. Everything that was presented in this presentation is clear evidence to show why the privatization of water is wrong.